Well, hello and welcome.
Hello everyone.
As I mentioned, I'm just going to take a minute to properly introduce. To properly introduce, Theo is the chef owner of Bonsai Kakigori, as I mentioned before, a Japanese-inspired dessert bar, and also worked at Theory Kitchen, an international pop-up restaurant and culinary events company. And through your work with Theory, you had the opportunity to travel and create experiences in very pop-up restaurant style. So this was no problem, right?
We're used to working in suboptimal conditions.
We don't have a kitchen. That's the suboptimal. And you just opened your first flagship location. But first, before we get into that, would you tell everyone what they're drinking? And then also what Bonsai Kakigori is.
Sure. Yeah, so tonight you guys are drinking a pina colada matcha. Unfortunately, there's no alcohol. But what our specialty is, what the concept revolves around, and what's in the name, Kakigori. Unfortunately, we could not bring tonight. You have to come to the store and try it. Kakigori is a very traditional Japanese shaved ice dessert. Dates back to the 11th century. They used to take these giant blocks of ice from up north in the mountains, store them underground, and in the summertime they would dig them up, and it was only reserved for the super elite class. Obviously times have changed, we put our own kind of spin on it, but the whole concept revolves around this dessert called Kakigori.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so glad times have changed.
Times have changed.
And so then, we had an amazing conversation just getting to know. I went to the store, and it's very impressive. There's this enormous machine that shaves the ice down and a spinning table, and it's so delicious and refreshing. And then, but you also have these drinks too. So tell me about like how you started doing drinks as well, which might lead to Canal Street and everything.
Sure, yeah. So, Kakigori, while extremely exciting and intriguing for me, I assume this is the first time everyone in this audience is hearing about it. So it's an unknown concept, it's an unknown product. On top of that, it's a frozen dessert. So we really had a lot of challenges in bringing it to the market. We knew we needed to add a couple different offerings to round out the concept. So we brought in the idea from just focusing on Kakigori to be a Japanese-inspired dessert bar and cafe. We had a whole matcha program, which coincides with the Kakigori and the Japanese theme very well. We have a whole coffee program, as well as some savory and sweet toast and sandwiches and other bites.
Yeah, you had a full stock of good treats when I went there, which is so good. So good. So it strikes me you're really young, and you, as am I, we're both young in this food world, and like I go to your store in the Lower East Side, and you have a store. So like, how did you get from your concept? I think that's something that I found very interesting. How did you get from concept, like, to having a store? What were those steps?
Yeah. So we opened up our flagship store in the Lower East Side about a month and a half ago, and we have another location down Canal Street. Opening up in Canal Street, we went from like sitting in our apartments thinking about the idea to opening up in about a week and a half. It all kind of happened overnight.
So fast.
Yeah, not enough time by any means. It happened, by a stroke of luck. We were in the right place at the right time and had this opportunity, and really just used it as an opportunity to test the product and to jump into the market. Obviously, the store at Stanton Street it took a lot longer. It is a more built-up concept. The store at Canal Street is a lot smaller of a menu, a lot more focused really on Kakigori, and that was kind of our proof of concept. But yeah, everything has happened very quickly. I mean, that's kind of how that's the speed in which we operate.
Yeah, you're at only a month, a little bit more than a month in that flagship store.
6 weeks.
Has anyone here been or has heard of that? Ooh, heard? We have one. We can see you. We put the house lights up for a reason. We have two. That's awesome. So when you go into this place, it is like so fresh and so inviting, and like just looks super delicious. How did you come across like aesthetic, and like how did you work with that?
Totally. We look at the experience from start to finish. You know, food and the actual product is only a part of it. The music, the ambiance, the temperature, the whole experience for us is very important. And as far as the aesthetic and branding and the design, we wanted something that definitely drew from our experiences in Japan and our time in Japan, but really meshed with the energy of New York City. We felt, create an environment that was 100% wood, super tranquil, super calm and peaceful, just would be too far removed from someone walking down the street wanting a cup of coffee. So we tried to incorporate elements of that, but at the same time add a lot of light, add a lot of color. We worked with a lot of amazing local artists. I don't know if you remember that mural that was in there, and then also in a column outside. Really with the aim of like bringing some of that energy into the space, but providing still like a calm and uplifting experience.
That's totally what you delivered. That's great. That's so cool. Okay, so I realized that we had a great conversation. We're just filling in the gap. So you had this experience in Japan. You were like, I, can't find any kakigori here. And so then, like, how long did you spend making it? And lead me through that.
Yeah. So it's myself and another partner.
Gaston, right?
Gaston. Yep. And
I can't help but like sing, no one looks like Gaston. No one.
so is that Beauty and the Beast reference?
Yes.
Okay, I've never seen the movie. But everyone always makes some joke about it, and so I've like gotten sick of hearing that joke.
Well, sorry to make it.
No. I just feel bad for anybody. What was the question? Oh, the process of which, yeah. So we really just fell in love with the dessert. It's as simple as that. Coming back to New York City, not being able to find it anywhere. So like you said, I had been doing another project that was, I was kind of getting bored of wanting to try something new. This thing we thought was super delicious didn't exist here. We wanted to first eat it, so we ordered a machine and started making it for ourselves. And quickly had this opportunity to just try it out. So yeah, it was very serendipitous. It was very, I don't want to say last minute because we did plan a lot and work a lot, but it happened quickly.
Yeah, because you were going to open in Smorgasburg.
So our original idea, we kind of the concept crystallized like late December. Our plan was, okay, let's try to launch at Smorgasburg. Is that most people familiar with Smorgasburg? Yeah. Okay, for those of you that aren't, it's this massive outdoor food festival that happens every weekend during the summer in Brooklyn. 60,000 people every weekend. It's a great place to launch new businesses, or food businesses. It's a food festival. So that was the idea, to launch there. And right at that same time, we had this opportunity, and we ended up opening about 12 days, I think, after we first saw that space. So the Canal Street location happened first, kind of by accident.
It's such a quick turnaround. I can barely do so many things in 2 weeks. It's just really awesome to hear that a restaurant would open up in 2 weeks.
It was a lot. We had to start all the bank accounts, all the business stuff, not to mention like all the product and the recipes, hiring, all that.
Well, this is totally a shift, but I think it's just important to acknowledge and realize. So I appreciated, you went on this experience in Japan, like really liked the dessert, brought it back, and you sort of address authenticity. And can you talk about what it means to like create an inspired dessert, a Japanese inspired dessert?
yeah, two very two words I'll pull out from that sentence that I think has to do with my answer. Use the word authentic and you use the word inspired. We never use the word authentic. We never use the word traditional. Those words aren't really part of our brand. First and foremost, my partner and I, we're two white guys. We acknowledge who we are and we acknowledge what concept we are and kind of how those two things work together. Our approach is really simple, or my approach is really simple. At the end of the day, I'm a cook, and so my goal is to create something that's delicious. Like I want you to just like close your eyes, eat something, and be like, oh yeah, that tastes good. That's my number one priority. With respect to kind of where the dessert comes from and how we balance that, our goal is really to recognize kind of where it comes from, understand the history behind it, but put our own flavor to it. No pun intended. Put our own take on it, and provide an experience that you wouldn't get in Japan. We're in New York City. We're in a time and place where we take the roots of it and add our own backgrounds, add our own approaches. So you'll find things in our shop that you definitely wouldn't find in Japan. And again, our goal is not to create an authentic experience because that's impossible. Like by nature of who I am, I cannot provide an authentic experience. And so we fully recognize that, and we try to do our best job of balancing that.
Thank you. I have one more question before this ends, and it's another total shift.
Yeah.
Which is a new segment of our show I would like to try, which is cook, drink, or taste. If you could cook for, drink with, or taste anything with these three people, you might know what this is playing off of. Okay, cook, drink, or taste. With Guy Fieri of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, Saman Nosrat from Salt, Acid, Fat, Heat, and Masaharu Morimoto from Iron Chef. Who would you cook with, drink with, or taste with?
Cook with or cook for?
Oh, sorry, cook for. You know the game better than me.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that you would cook for, absolutely.
Okay, who are Guy?
Guy, Saman, and Masaharu.
I would drink with Guy, definitely. Yeah. He knows his way around food. I would love to cook, drink, and
and taste.
Taste. Oh, I definitely taste with Samin. I think I come kind of more from fine dining, but I've been way less interested in that these days, and I think her approach to food is exactly what I want to be eating these days. And I guess
I would be so scared. That's great. I would be like, oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you. Can we give a